Arsenal and Chelsea instead.
Oh,
Now,
Tuesday night, that was good.
it's good if you're an Arsenal fan, I guess.
Sure.
Less so if you're a Chelsea fan. I thought, all right, they've fallen behind. I thought there was a real chance the wheels are going to come off. They're going to freak out. What is it? What was it going into it? What, like 1 win in 4, something like that?
Yeah.
And I thought, Chelsea, still a derby. Surely Frank Lampard can't lose his 6th game in a row.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they do. And then it's like 3-0 in the blink of an eye. And it's all downhill. Do you want to praise Arsenal for the reaction, for the belief, for the fact that whatever he told them, they said, like, look, table doesn't lie. It's out of our hands, but it's not over.
Yeah.
So let's put as much pressure as we can on City.
Exactly. That's all they could do. They reacted well. They started on the front foot, which they were always going to do. Which they've done all season, especially at the Emirates. I think they were surprised by how bad Chelsea were, certainly defensively, and rightly so. But it was good. The flow of the game was good. The big players like Odegaard and Xhaka, for example, Gabriel Jesus responded. Arteta makes interesting choices because he dropped Martinelli to bring Trossard in. He dropped Holding to bring Kivior in as well.
We finally got to see Kivior.
I know, 2 left-footed centre backs, which is very interesting. And it worked really well. Again, I think you need to look at the opposition, and it was so bad that it may put the win in perspective a little bit. But yeah, great reaction.
You're making it sound as if Arsenal just beat Accrington Stanley. Okay. Who are they?
Well, no, I know who they are, but Chelsea are better than Accrington Stanley, just about.
All right, let's get to Chelsea. Poor Frank Lampard Jr.
Why poor?
Coached 6 games because he's lost. He's losing.
Yeah, but some is on him.
It's 10 straight losses, counting the end of his spell with Everton.
Yeah.
Some Derby manager in the 80s lost 10 games in a row. I know it's obvious he's not going to continue. You're saying some of it is on him.
Yeah.
What should he be doing differently with his players? Or is it just that his players are just waiting for the season to end?
No, I don't think so. Because they're an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment. They are an embarrassment. As a player, even low on confidence, you should have some pride and at least show more commitment than what they're doing now. I think it's him to motivate them. And most importantly, it's on him to stop making stupid decisions in terms of starting 11, players who play or start, tactical decision. I know he's out of his depth, but we said it as soon as he was appointed. You were a little bit more positive than I was.
You said
I've told you from the beginning it was a huge mistake. It was crazy to give him that job and crazy for him to take it anyway.
All right, you said it.
You were a bit more positive.
I like Frank Lampard, but I have to be objective. This is really bad. It's a difficult situation, but then you're not helping it. Can you explain Aubameyang to me?
I was going to ask you the same thing. The only way maybe he thought, which is still baffling in itself, but maybe he thought him going to Arsenal again, he would be so pumped for it, he'd be ready, No, he's not. He's not even a footballer anymore. So why are you playing him in a game like this? Or any game for this matter?
I think the logic with Alba is that right now he's the only fit, because people believe that Kai Havertz isn't really a center forward for some reason. Not a view I share. If I have a center forward with Alba's characteristics, I can maybe plan a little bit for next season because we will have a real center forward next season, maybe, or maybe not because it could be Nkunku. Who knows? And so I get the benefit of allowing Vivell and stuff like that to assess the people around him. Maybe. I don't know. That is
in the end, you've humiliated him because you took him off at half-time. He touched the ball 9 times, made 6 passes, 4 of them were kickoffs. How humiliating is this? The only thing he did was play kickoff 4 times. This is just ridiculous. And it's Chelsea Football Club we're talking about. Again, one of the biggest clubs in the world. This should not be happening.
All right, let me ask you this because people are obsessed with this story that Pochettino is definitely coming back. They're saying Pochettino on his way, Pochettino on his way. I suspect it's because the people who look after him are the ones who keep saying this. Why not bring him in now?
If you were Poch, would you want to come in now in this chaos?
What difference does it make?
Well,
at least if you come in, Then in the summer, when you say, oh, I don't like this player, you can say, I don't like him because I trained for him for a month at the end of the season, and I think he needs to move on, for example.
True, but you will have precedent for that. What if you get spanked by... So they will... The last 3 games of the season is Manchester United,
Easy.
Manchester City, and Newcastle.
City will have already won the title by
Yeah,
then. And
you can get spanked 3 times and lose 3-0 each time, for example, let's say for the sake of it. With even Poch come in and with 0 time to prepare, might get smacked.
I don't have any evidence of this, and we'll talk about this a little bit more in the Gab Juls podcast, but I don't think Poch to Chelsea is as done a deal as people suggest. And I think that's the reason why he's not in charge of Chelsea right now. Adding more fuel to the Pochettino to Chelsea angle is something involving Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah.
Because, and this is a story that comes from Italy, but the idea is obviously Lukaku is on loan from Chelsea. Inter's financial situation is absolutely dire. Yeah, they'll make money from the Champions League and whatever, but he's got this insane contract, which he signed with Chelsea. He's on loan. He still has a massive book value in Chelsea's book, so if they let him go for nothing, I mean, I think the most likely outcome here is Chelsea extend the loan another year and pay a chunk of his wages.
Yeah, I think so too. Whether to Inter or anywhere else.
But maybe this is part of Chelsea's negotiation. But what's come out is, no, Mauricio Pochettino is a huge Romelu Lukaku fan. And to be fair to Lukaku's fit again, and he's been playing better recently. He thinks Chelsea need a genuine center forward. They've spent all this money. They can't spend much more. So he's going to take Lukaku back. And so he wants to take Lukaku back. So Inter, if you want him, you better pony up the money, which money Inter don't have unless they sell Barella and Bastoni and whatnot. Are you buying any of this?
I don't think Lukaku is necessarily the profile as a number 9 that Poch likes to play the way.
I was trying to think, has he ever had a center forward like Lukaku?
Definitely not. But that doesn't mean that he cannot have a plan with Lukaku in it that works next season. But we all agree on the fact that they need a proper number 9. And number 9s have different profiles. If you get Kane or Osimhen,
we all agree. Like, I don't necessarily agree with that.
You don't agree that they need a number 9?
I think it depends how you want to play as a manager. If Pochettino or Lampard or Potter or whoever feels a need for genuine number 9, fine. But you don't need to have what you call a genuine number 9. And also this idea, and I made the point before about Kai Havertz, is somebody needs to tell me why we've labeled him and you say he can't play as a center forward, right? Because we take genuine number 9, Karim Benzema is not a genuine number 9 either, right? Because he moves around the bit. Harry Kane's not a genuine number 9, right?
They are more than Kai Havertz.
They're better players than Kai Havertz, sure.
They different profiles, but they're more of a 9 than Kai Havertz.
Why? Havertz is big and strong. He's probably bigger and stronger than... Well, not big and stronger than Benzema. He's not stronger than Benzema. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And the fact that they've added Nkunku means that all those analytics guys who work at the Dodgers have decided that, maybe Nkunku's not a genuine number 9, right?
Neither. No.
If there is a plan, I'm assuming the plan involves Nkunku or Havertz up front for Chelsea. If there is a plan.
If there is a plan.
a Lavelle plan.
Because Nkunku was signed before and a different manager.
So maybe these were the Dodgers guys who
I don't know
signed
who
it?
did it. But I think it's a great signing. I love Nkunku. But it's just that Poch might think if Poch is the guy next season on the bench.
You like Nkunku as a second striker, not as a center forward on his own with wingers, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Which is the position he's played.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.